to us. Jesus slowed their road. So don't rejoice because the devil is subject. He ought to be. So if you confess salvation, he ought to be subject. Huh? He come when you tell him to come. He ought to go when you tell him to go. I ain't got no help. And this one here has to make it hard for myself. Huh? When you want him to spend the night, he stays. Why won't he go when you say go? I'm bringing a hole for myself. Help me, man. But Jesus told him, said, don't rejoice because the devil's subject to you, but you ought to rejoice that your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. So I guess I gotta move from that point and try to preach a few minutes, get out of here. Thank God for Pastor Hart, and told you I done tapped into trouble. Want to say this right quick. My sister worked for the Emmanuel County Board of Education for 35 and a half years. They didn't fire her. She didn't quit. She retired. Come on now. Now in good standing. Come on. We thank God for the superintendent of the Emmanuel County Schools being here, Dr. Arnold Jesus. I ain't gonna preach long, but I know my sister wouldn't have it no other way. This has been a very, very tough week for me. I don't have to fake it. I don't have to act like I'm something that I'm not. I knew she was sick. I knew she wanted to go home. I knew she didn't want to live forever in the condition she was in. I understood all that, but it still hurt me. I wept every day. And the way I feel, I'm not done. But I better move on before I build something up against my own self. But if you don't mind, would you turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 5. And I want to begin reading at verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. For in this we groan to God, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven. If so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked, for we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up alive. And I believe I'll stop right there. Come on and say yes in the house. But if the Lord help me preach today, I tried to send my sister on. Come on and say yes to the Lord. But if I can leave a word in the house, I will say to you today, that a change is going to come. Come on and say yes. Now Paul said to the Corinthians, for if this earthly house be dissolved, come on and say yes. If this body that we're living in gets sick and feeble, they can't do what they used to do, and don't feel like they used to feel, and you can't go like you used to go. Just hold on, 'cause a change blood. Be content